In this video, we will look at how to interface the probes with an external device under test on the Prodigy I3C exerciser and protocol analyzer. The Prodigy I3C-EX-PD comes with a set of flying lead coaxial cables to interface with your device under test. Taking a closer look, this is what the probe cables look like. We have the serial clock, serial data, and ground connections as shown over here. Looking at the serial clock lines, the probe tip marked in red is the SCL signal, and the one next to it is the ground connection. Coming over to the serial data lines, the probe tip marked in yellow is the SDA, and the one next to it is the ground connection. The flying lead coaxial cables have been designed in such a way that the ground connection is close to the signal lines to ensure that the signal integrity of I3C signals is maintained. We also have a third common ground connection wire over here. This third line is provided in case the ground connections are far away from the signal connections on the target DUT. This makes it easier for the user to connect the ground connections on their DUT. It is recommended that we use short wires so that the lead inductance of the ground pins does not cause any signal integrity problems. This will ensure that the best signal integrity performance is achieved. In case the ground pins are not next to the SCL and SDA pins, then it is recommended to use the shortest jumper wire to connect the ground pins. Please make a note that all ground connections are internally shorted. In this video, we will show how the connection is done to a DUT using a commercial slave device that is commonly used in the industry as an example. The slave here is an accelero-gyro combo device that is soldered onto a custom target evaluation board. We have to connect the probe cables to the corresponding pins on the device under test. Taking a closer look, we can see the serial clock pins, the serial data pins, and the ground connection pins on the target DUT. For ease of use, we have taken the ground connections separately from over here as shown. After successfully recognizing the SCL, SDA, and GND pins on the target DUT, the user has to connect the SCL lines on the probe to the SCL pin on the DUT. Similarly, the SDA lines on the probe have to be connected to the SDA pin on the DUT, followed by the ground connections. Now, we have connected the SCL and SDA lines of the probe cables to the corresponding pins on the target DUT. The user can also connect the separate ground connection, if necessary, and lastly, the user must connect the power supply pins of the slave device accordingly. After successfully connecting the flying lead coaxial cables to the device under test, the other end of the probe cable has to be connected to the I3C unit as shown. Now we are ready to interface the external slave device with the Prodigy I3C-EX-PD unit. Thank you.